Oh, the truth shall set you free. Say the truth shall set you free. And say the truth shall set you free. Shall set you free. Shall set you free.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video 2 of The Truth Shall Set You Free. I had difficulty deciding where I might start this education, but I think I finally arrived at a point in a decision where I might begin. And I think I'll start with the issue itself, which is paganism. Now, if you don't believe in the existence of God, then by default you are a pagan. The reason I say this is because if you do not believe in God, if you are atheist, you are not under the direct protection of God himself. And you are indeed vulnerable to be made a pawn within this game. But now understand, this game is not just a game, but it actually happens to be a battle for your very soul and everything that you are. Paganism is the oldest form of religion that exists in this world. I mean, it predates Islam, it predates Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, and many of the other religions that exist out there today. See, in paganism, they perform rituals that allow them to consult and employ spirits to complete certain tasks. They use spells to bend free wills of people, to kill them, to alter their thinking, to place them under their control. But they also use these spirits to alter the odds of a specified outcome or event. Believe it or not, paganism and witchcraft is used to win court cases, to decide the outcomes of sports events. I mean, its utility is universal, but that's a well-kept secret that you're not supposed to know, of course. You see, there is no faith in paganism. There is no belief in one God, but many gods. Many unclean spirits are worshipped as gods within paganism. And there are those that would insinuate or suggest that they're practicing white magic, or they're practicing blue magic or red magic, but it's all dark magic because it is primarily forbidden by God to practice any form of witchcraft or employ the services of anybody that performs witchcraft. It says in the Bible, and King Solomon himself was killed by God because of his deliberance and his persistence to pursue people that practice witchcraft. You see, but God truly does protect his righteous, his true believers and followers, his true apostles, those that have faith in him and patience and abide by his commandments. Now, I'm sure there are many of you out there that don't believe anything I tell you. But I can prove it, however, if you have an open mind about things. So allow me to prove it. So we know that when Israel, or the Hebrew tribes that marched out of Egypt, which were known as Israel, when they left Egypt, there were over 600,000 strong, right? Men, women, and children. And they marched out from Egypt into the desert. And now, we also know that the American Indians, they were even greater in number, for they stretched from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, from Canada all the way to South America, right? Now, God led Israel into the wilderness for 40 years, through rain, hail, storm, famine, drought, and as long as they obeyed God, lived by God's commandments, and followed his instruction, they did not fail. They prospered. And as they went through the lands, as they sojourned through the lands of all the evil tribes and all their adversaries, God blessed them so that they conquered all of them, that they defeated all of the giants and all of the evil tribes and all of the wicked on their way to the promised land. Did they not? And it wasn't until that Israel had members that disobeyed God's direct orders that they suffered a loss in battle. They disobeyed God's word, and they were sent running for their lives into the forest to get away from them. On the other hand, we know that the American Indians, they were pagans. They worshiped the wind gods, the water gods, the gods of the rain and the sun. They performed spiritual ceremonies. They did rain dances to bless their crops, or the rain gods to bless them with rain, of course. But they had no belief in one single God, for they looked to their ancestors, spirits, for advice. They consulted with their ancestors, which God forbids, talking with the dead, of course. Now the Indians, so great and mighty in number, and so advanced, and skilled in battle and warfare, so cultured they were, and organized, they were able to be defeated by feeble European settlers, were they not? By conquistadors. These people, when they came to the Americas, they could not even farm for themselves. And if it wasn't for the intervention, the very aid of the people that they conquered, oppressed, and robbed of their lands, if it wasn't for the Indians, these European settlers would not have survived. But they conquered the Indians because the Indians were not people of God. Now in our next vid, which is video 3, I'll discuss the nature of secret societies and the truth about the all-seeing eye and many of the symbolisms that you see in occultism today. So I hope to see you soon in video 3, where the truth shall set you free.